Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome. Welcome to Dollar Sign Designs. My name is Kyle Neiman. I'm the Market Center Tech Trainer for several offices in the KC area, and I've got a great co-host today. Sam, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm the Market Center Tech Trainer for Little Rock, Arkansas.
Well, welcome. And I know this is your first time hosting one of our regional events, so we're going to have a lot of fun today with designs, and we're just going to hop right in. If you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the questions there, and we'll see them here in our producing stuff. So we're going to go ahead and hop right in, and we're going to share our screen here. So 4 people already watching. We've got 1 heart. Yes, thanks everybody for watching and liking this. But we're here in Command. So if you've never gotten into Command, it's agent.kw.com. And one of the things I wanted to show you guys was on my desktop or on my homepage here, there's a designs update. And so these are all the most recent designs. So I'm going to start here because we're here, but you can click on it and you can preview and see pretty good idea of what that design is, and then click the go to designs and it'll take you right into that design. So a fun little feature there on your front page to kind of keep up to date with what the most recent cool designs are. And we're going to talk about the magazine here. You can see the magazine. That's one of the things we're going to talk about here. So we've got that going. But we're going to start out with our preview. So get back here, and if you didn't know, the red and white KW opens up and tells you the name of the different applets here. And we're going to go down to designs. So in designs, these are all the designs that I've created in the past. And I have 325 of them. So there's some cool things here where we can sort by the type. So we've got email designs, we've got social designs, print designs, video designs. If you've been into this designs before about 2 weeks ago, this looks a lot different than what it did 2 weeks ago. A little bit cleaner, a little bit easier to do stuff. So once I click email, I can sort by old to new, new to old, and it's going to put my most recent email designs at the top. My most recent social. So I just created that one this morning for a class I was teaching at one of our market centers. It puts the most recent one at the top to be able to do that. I can even search for a particular name. If I name it, I could do that. So I look for thank you, and that thank you growth pops right up because it's in the name there. So really cool to be able to do all those things super quick and be able to kind of narrow down my 325 things down to a little bit more manageable type of thing here. So Sam, anything on the main page here?
No, I think that's great. Should we also notice that the import designs, which is up to next to create designs, that's how you can add your PDF. You used to have to go through a couple of pages to do it, but they made that super quick short link from the homepage, and I think that's super helpful. This will also get you to more of your designs in a different kind of format to look at them, and also show you your assets, which are important for making designs.
So yeah, that's a quick way. Instead of clicking create designs and having to go this way, if you already have a design made, you can find it here, or you can click import design. It takes you right into the designer function. So so we're going to start a design today, and we're going to do the magazine, right, Sam?
Yeah.
So we're going to create a design, and we're going to click print to start with, and we're going to click continue. And this takes us into the designer function here. But this is where all the magic happens. But first, we're going to do a little bit of setup, one-time setup. Mm-hmm. So Sam, what would I want to set up here?
So you're going to go to assets at the top of the third tab over. This is going to house where you can store your name, your email address, your phone number, website, anything that you want to quick link into when you're in the design feature. You can go ahead and preemptively put that information here. And then when you're in there creating the design and you click on any of those features on the side, it'll show you the things. The most important thing you're going to want is your logo and your photo. But for logos, you want to make sure that you have your Market Center compliance logo, and you can find that at KW Connect by going to the homepage and then going to resources and scrolling down to marketing. Then go to logos and branding. This is going to take you to there's a PDF you can download that talks about how to stay compliant within Keller Williams. right there. Super good to have. This will tell you lots of things about how to work around the Keller Williams designs and like what your design should look like in order to be part of that system. And then also you can search for your market center to make sure you have your market center compliant design by searching there. And then you can just click on it and download, and it'll download those compliance designs for you.
So there's really 5 different versions of the logos. And I loaded all 5 of them in for each of the offices I work with, because sometimes I want a solid white one because I'm putting it over a red background. And so there'll be 4 folders in that file that gets downloaded. And you want to look for the .png files to load, because the PNG files will have the background cut out. If you load a JPEG in here, it's going to have a white box around it. That I'm a design snob. I think it doesn't look as good to have a white box over a red box over a picture or whatever. So all these gray little check boxes here are empty. So when I add these to any design, it's just going to show the background through them. So yeah, that's how to get them in there. And the cool thing is you can create folders. So if you are working with a team, you can have images and you can have folders for each of the different team members on the team, so that you don't have to really search and scroll through a bunch of pictures. When we're ready to upload, we just click the upload button here, and we can create a new folder right next to that. So I click upload, and I can go from my device, and I just click that, and I find my folder. So I know I have a folder here, 139 partners. I put a few other things in here, but I have logos. They disappeared. Logos, where's my logos? Let's sort alphabetically. Logos, and there's the 4 folders. And if I wanted to add the black and red one, I'm just going to look for the 2 PNGs and hold the control key on PCs or the command key on Macs. I just click open, and it's going to bring those 2 items in. I just click upload, and now those are I put them in my images instead of my logos on accident. Really easy to delete and redo, but that's how easy it is. Once they're on your computer, click the right spot, click upload, and they'd be right there. So, yeah.
Should we create a design?
Yeah, so I was like, what's next on our list here? So a couple of things here across the top. My designs is everything that I've created before. And I can create folders here to organize myself. So if I already have a design I want to modify, I come to my designs. And then templates is where all the fun stuff happens. So this is where all the really cool things are going to happen. We've got, right now we're in our app settings. So this is my app. And we can see all the different designs for promoting my app. And there's jumbo postcards, and there's social square, and there's flyers, and there's bifolds. When we click on any one of these gray things, it narrows it down to that particular type of thing. So when I click flyers, it's going to be 8.5 by 11 flyers on each of these. And then on the left side, we've got different categories. So on listings, we've got all sorts of different things here. We've got coming soon designs. And once again, across the top, we can narrow those down to different things. So there's a lot of different sizes of things we can do here. We can do flyers. So that's vertical flyers. We can do trifold brochures. And when I hover over this, you'll notice that there's a 2 right there on the corner. That means this is 2-sided. So when you open this up, there's going to be 2 pages on it because trifolds are meant to be printed front and back, right? We've got the big bifold. So this prints on an 11 by 17 and folds in half. We've got small flyers. So this is like I think it's half of a page. So you could have a half sheet of flyers. You could print 2 flyers per sheet. We've got postcards, small bifolds, smaller, different trifolds there, more bifolds, and a whole bunch more things. Social stories. So social stories are going to be the long ones. That doesn't work really well on Facebook unless you're posting to a story, or on Twitter. Social Square is great for everybody. And then there's even social wide, which is kind of meant for Facebook and LinkedIn. So each of these is different. You'll notice that there's similar designs for each of these. I hit the back button instead of scrolling. So we'll just go back to templates. So when I look at the coming soon and I go to my flyers, you'll see like this one with the barn door and kind of the black brownish coming soon.
Mhm.
When I click on for sale, when I click on just listed, let's refresh real quick. Sometimes I get that when I hit the back button instead of the right thing. So when I go to for sale, keep my fingers crossed.
It's taking its time.
Yeah. It always does this on live things, right?
Yeah.
Not sure what
It
that
can't be
is.
perfect on live. This is real time
Real time.
command.
So sometimes I just close out and I just go back in.
Like turning your computer on and off again.
Yep. Restart, right?
Yeah.
When I go to templates and listings and coming soon, we've got that one. When we go to for sale and we go to our flyers, it's going to make a liar out of me. It's probably not in here now. Usually there's the similar style.
Yeah.
So that you can keep the same style and get people to recognize you. So let's
Mhm.
find the flyers here. Where's flyers?
There
And
it
there
is.
it is. So I'm under just listed. The same one on coming soon for flyers is there. So you can kind of keep the same design, but not have to retype anything. We've got a whole bunch of things here. We've got listing presentations. We've got local expert stuff. So how's the market? Stuff about particular neighborhoods. So you're holding an open house. You could come find a design here for a flyer to put in market stats for that city.
Yep.
So lots of different design features here. We can do open houses, spring selling season. So there's some social media stuff for kind of promoting the general market overall. We even have under contract. As we scroll through, we've got buyer stuff. So we've got a buyer presentation. We've got lead generation with Client Love. These are pretty fun to be able to post some stuff to people's pages. To do that, we've got client testimonials. So somebody gives you a testimonial, instead of just posting a picture of them in front of the house, you can post that same picture, but have a fun design with the graphic to not just have a picture and a quote, right?
Right. Make it a little more eye-catching.
Yep. Expert advice. We've got, and this one, the expert advice has like, some of these have like 7 different graphics. So this could be a series over 2 weeks. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you post each one of those 7 graphics. We've got holiday greetings. So coming up is a few of these. We've got Happy Canada Day. We had 4th of July. They typically update about 2 or 3 weeks. We had Juneteenth graphics here. So you can quickly come in and find some really great graphics to just wish people happy birthday. We've got stuff to promote home values here. So what's your home worth? We've got business basics, business cards, email signatures, letterhead, social branding. So if you want a Facebook cover, we've got you covered. Did I mean to say that?
I love it. I love a good pun.
Was I just punny on accident? I don't know. You guys will have to decide.
Have to figure it out.
If you have a luxury listing, the luxury level is different at every market center. Here in Kansas City, it's 700,000. So if you have a listing that's 700,000 and above, you can use the luxury listing information. So you could create a flyer that uses our luxury brand for that listing that meets the luxury requirements. If you've done 4 transactions in the last 2 years that meet that luxury requirement, you can be a luxury agent and brand yourself as a luxury agent. But you have to have that permission before you can do that. But any listing that meets your luxury level, you can use these different designs that incorporate that luxury information. So, but today we're going to do a magazine, right?
Yeah, let's do a magazine. These are super cool. This is like one of the newest things that hit Command Designs. So it's very exciting.
So I'm going to be in my lead generation, and we've got our personally branded zine. Did I say that right? Magazine, or is it a zine?
Ooh, is it a zine or a zine?
I don't know.
It's a zine, right?
Yep. Post in the chat what you think it is.
Yeah.
Put zine for zine and zine for zine. So I click that, and there are, so this is, the social wide is promoting your magazine.
Mhm.
So you could post this and then put a link directly to your magazine.
Yeah.
The magazines have two different sizes. Booklets with the A4 are meant to be folded in half on an 8.5 by 11 sheet. The booklets letter are the 8.5 by 11. And this was the very first one here, New Beginnings. This one, Planting Roots, came out in Q2, so that came out in mid-April.
Mhm.
And this is the most recent one, the Q3 magazine. Super easy. You can see there's 9+ pages. I click Use, and it's going to open up here. And now I've got a blank screen here.
Mhm.
So right here on the bottom right side, you see I just have one page. When I open that up, I can see that page right there, and it's a blank page. On the left side, we've got templates. So each of these pages is a template. And you'll notice there's kind of 3 covers here. So you could make a magazine for July, a magazine for August, and a magazine for September, because there's about 3 stories in here. So we've got buyer and seller FAQs. That could be our July one. And when I click on each of these, it pops over to the right side and allows me to get a bigger view of it. So I can see what I want to do. But I haven't added it to my actual booklet yet. So even if I clicked in here and changed something, it really doesn't let me save it, because when I go to the next page and I come back to that, it's going to default to the template page.
Mhm.
To add it, I need to click this plus button. So up in the right there, there's a plus button. Once I click plus, it adds it to my screen here. And now I can edit it. So if I want to add an exclamation point to making memories, I'm good to go there. I click off of it, and I can go back to the other page and come back here, and that page now is edited for me.
Mhm.
I need to add my doing business as name. It automatically, as soon as I clicked on it, goes, oh, that's a logo. Let's go to your logo section here on the left side. And I've got 5 offices, so I put folders to make it easier for me. So today we're going to let's do partners. I've got it here. I can just click the replace button, and it replaces it that easy over there. So if I wanted to use this one, replace, and you can't see the white, so I don't like that. Let's go with the black one. That easy to replace. So as soon as I selected it, we were good to go on replacing that. I can now come down here, and if I don't want volume 3, so I'm going to zoom in just a bit there. If I don't want volume 3, summer 2021, I can select it, and I just hit the delete button, and it disappears. If I don't want that red box now, I select it, hit the delete button, and it disappears. So really easy to modify these. And so now I go back to templates, and I just start scrolling through. Do I want a page about me? Sure, we want a page about me, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to click the plus. On the right side on the pages here, you'll notice it adds a new page. I can delete a page. So if I don't want page 1 anymore, I just click delete, and it disappears. I can do my quarter in review, but most likely I'm just going to do the buyer and seller FAQs. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to add page 3. I'm going to add page 4. So right now I have a 5-page magazine. Great if I'm just doing it digitally. Doesn't matter how many pages I have. If I'm going to put it on like something that folds in half, like an 11 by 17, I probably want to do this in increments of 4. So I'd want to maybe add a featured listing in. This would be maybe my August story. Or I switched it out. This could be my July one because it's wet and wild ways to cool off your backyard. Got some other things in here. We could put success stories. Here's the third story, 6 shortcuts for summer energy. So you see the different stories here. We've got some listing stuff. We've got Ask an Agent. We could promote our app. Really easy to add different things in. So now I have a 6-page magazine because I added my app there. I'd want to do again here, switch out my logo, and just go through each of these pages. Let's open the picture there for. Oh, I lost the template there. I must have not hit add on that. Let's add that page in. So right now I have 2 versions of this front page. Once again, just click the 3 dots, delete. I can move pages around. So I added that doing this, the note from the agent. I can just drag and drop it up here to spot 2, and it becomes the second page on my thing. Click my picture. It takes me right to my pictures. Replace. And you'll notice that my head's cut off there a little bit. Super easy to fix. Just double click on the picture, and it opens up a little bit of an editor there where I can drag my head just a little bit smaller. I click done, and now my head's centered in there. We mentioned replacing the text. So I can select the text there, go to my text, and make sure I click on my assets at the top. And there's all the different things that I put in my assets that I wanted to just pull over automatically. So here's the office address. I replace the text, and it's that easy to replace text there. Maybe I want my email address instead. So really easy to do. It only works on a individual text box. So down here where it has my team name and my phone number, I can't really use that replace because it's not going to work very well there because it's a whole box of information.
Totally.
But I can use this little typewriter function at the top. So
it's my favorite function.
Your favorite function?
It's my favorite function.
I click the typewriter on, and on the right side, it pulls up the text in easy to edit stuff. Don't know why that's highlighted, but your concern, that should be right. But here I can just highlight, fill in my information, click Save Changes, and it changes on the form there. Sam, did I cover everything on designs?
I think you did.
So a couple other things. You could connect it to a listing, directly to a listing here and pull in the pictures. It has to be an active listing. There are some fun elements here where there's some pre-stock things that you could find. And where did my assets? So if you load some elements in, and I always have a hard time finding it. I think it's under images. So there's some pre-done images in here where there's some holiday stuff where you could use these pictures. Keller Williams has sourced these that they should be commercial use.
There are also like houses in there. So if you're like trying to promote to a neighborhood and you don't necessarily want to put that house on there, they have like some outdoor/indoor shots that you can use for other marketing materials, which is nice.
Yep. So you don't even have to have a listing. If you don't really like this picture of the outside, switch. What did I do? I think I'm dragging and dropping too much. Click on there, and if we don't like this picture, we could easily replace it with this picture right here.
Yeah.
So really easy to replace pictures. We can also add images, so we could load images directly from our computer there. And it kind of pulls up the most recently used ones so that you can reuse them quickly if you've loaded them without having to load them on a flyer design and a social media post. Once you've done the flyer, they'll show up on your social media design to be able to use those. So really cool to be able to do that. Banners, that's what I was looking for. So there's really cool things in here where you can just drag and drop this on, and then you can double click and edit the text. So this doesn't have the typewriter, but you can re-edit these to design. So under elements, nope, what was it? Under images,
right?
Nope.
No, I think it was elements.
It was text.
Text.
It's always in the wrong spot for me. So under text, there's this banner spot, and there's all these different banners to help you kind of add some pizzazz to your designs. So I could drag and drop the number 1, and it's going to be right there. I can move it around once it's on there. I can resize it and just have it there. So like I said, under text and banners, that's a cool little feature there to be able to add some stuff in. And then I can delete them because I don't really want them on there. On the text, when I zoom in here, you'll notice that there's on the corners, there's circles, and on the side, there's these little ovals. I don't know what to call them. But the ovals adjust the length of the line. So as I drag it farther out, it makes the line farther and makes my box just a little bit smaller because it moves the lines up.
Mhm.
So I can easily fill a space that I want by changing these lines. So I really want it to be about, I really want it to look like that. And then the circles, this is the cool thing, I think, is the circles allow me to change the font size. So let me zoom out a little better. So I really want to fill this entire space. So I drag the font size up as big as I can, and then I make the thing just a little bit bigger to fill the space.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I drag it down a little bit more, and it makes the font size a little bit bigger. And I don't have to know that that is 12 points font. I just know that it filled the space.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, on this one, I want it to be just a little bit bigger. I just drag the circle and make it just a little bit bigger. So really cool to be able to do that really quick without having to always do this. So we've got our design done, right, Sam?
Yeah, totally. One thing for those like super finicky about where the layout and position is, if you click on the text box and then use your arrows button on your keyboard, you can like move it down. So click on like that. So you can move it more finickyly. If you're like, oh, it just needs to go over a fraction of a hair of a thing and you can't get it with your mouse, you can use your arrow keys and they'll help you move that in a more precise way.
Yep. So you can see it's just barely nudging, or click and drag, and occasionally it'll drop those blue lines. That means it's aligned with something on the page.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can change up at the top. Once I have a text box selected, it's just like Word where I can change it to bold. I can change the color. So if I want that blue, I can do that. I can italicize. I can even make it all lettercase. So everything is uppercase. I can center it. So if I want it centered, I can center the text. I can even change the line spacing to make it just a little bit more space between the lines there. Mm-hmm. So really just like Word, once you've got the text box selected, it opens up Word and you can change different things. So I could change the font from Carla to, I don't know, April Fatface. That's kind of an offensive one. Man, rude font. We're going to go with Iced Earth. Iced Earth. There we go. That's a fun. So there's a whole bunch of fonts in here, and you can even add your own fonts into this if you are a font snob and know how to do that. In our assets, there was a spot to do that. Yeah. We've got this ready to go. What do we do, Sam?
We're going to download it.
All right.
Or share it. Either way, you can download it to your computer.
So we're going to do a PDF. We're going to select all of our pages.
Yep, we're going to need them all.
Because I want all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, there's different options. So like if you want it to save as a PDF standard, PDF for printing, you can do PNG, JPEG, depending on like where you're going to put it.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit higher quality PDF for printing. I'm going to click download. It's preparing my file. It saved it. And in just a second here, you'll see down here in the bottom, it's going to download the file.
Totally.
It sometimes takes a second because it's processing 6 different pages here.
Right.
So while it processes that, there's another way to share it. Mm-hmm. So we click share, and we're going to share the project, and we've got this link here. What this link does is wherever you paste it, it creates kind of a flippable magazine. And so now those 6 pages are all here and flippable for your clients.
Super cool. You can send it out in an email. You can put it on your social media.
Yep.
You can text it to them. Hey, check out my new e-magazine, link here below.
You can even embed it into your webpage. So I have under my Keller Williams webpage, my consumer magazine. And so now when I send this link out for June, that magazine's right down here. And people can flip through it, but while they're on my page, they can also search for a house. And so, so I might take the WeBrand link from here and embed it into my webpage to have a even more in-depth experience. So that's also what those, when we talked about those, I just closed, no, there it is. So I think I just closed command. I didn't want to do that, but there it is. When we talked about back here on this page, and it didn't download for some reason, but we'll figure that out. When we talked back here on our lead generation, and we're in our Zine, that social square could have a link directly to my webpage. So I share this and in my text, say, click here to visit my magazine, and take them to that magazine, either directly with that link or through a web page. So really cool to be able to do that super quickly and promote the website. So
yeah. And this is a great way to like touch your database with something different. We're always trying to be top of mind. So this is a great, like, different, this is like giving them information without being like, here's a house. This is something different that provides knowledge for them, and provides can't think of the word, knowledge. It just gives them more information, which is a great way to reach out to them and touch them. Yep.
So we've talked a little bit about the social media designs and how you can design them here. And like I said, I just did this one. Where'd it go? This one this morning. So I did a quick demo of this design. I can come back and modify it, double click it. Designs for print and social media usually only have one thing here, but we can connect to an active listing through Command and KWLS. So I've already connected 8511 West 88th Street just by either searching for the MLS or searching for an address. So there's my listing. I select it, and it brings all the MLS photos in. And so I can quickly select this image here, and I want to replace it with this one that quickly.
So easy. So easy.
Yeah. And so I would drop in my logo there and this. I'm just going to click save for a second and explain one more thing here. So at the top up here, there's two buttons. Let me open that back up and show it again. There's two ways to do things. So the done right here is going to go done and take you out of the whole design function. The home takes you back to our designer page here. So when I go back here, it's going to take us back and allow us to open up another design, pick another design, do our assets, do our templates. The other button on the right side, and there's an X here, takes us completely out of the designer back into Command. So I could open these up from here as well. So if I wanted to edit my magazine, I can rename it, I can make a copy, or I just click on it and it's spinning. It's going to open up designs and take me right into that design. So a couple ways to get back into things to be able to do that. That's awesome. We'll just hit the back button for now. So when I create those social designs, I can go into my campaigns, and I've already connected my Facebook account. And I can click on create a campaign and go to my social post, and it's going to think there, and I can browse my design library. And there's that design I just did, right? You see that, you can kind of see the outside picture there. I select it, and it automatically brings it into Command without me having to download the picture, go find it on my computer and upload it. And then I can text, do whatever I want. I go to I find a link to the listing. I put the link there. For more information, click here. That takes them to my Keller Williams page for that listing where they can see all sorts of information. And on my business page, I can schedule out when I want this to post. So I'm a member of several pages here. I can select all of them. And the new team function allows admins and rainmakers to post to all their team's stuff. So really cool to be able to post to multiple offers. So like a team's doing an event, they can post at the same time to all their agents' personal pages that are helping their agents build their business. And I can select the time. So just kind of a quick little aside there that you don't even have to download and upload. I would just hit schedule post now, and I think I put it far enough out, it won't post.
You can go back and delete it later.
I always forget to do that. That's the problem.
Do it right now.
You can see that this is scheduled to go on July 24th at 10 a.m. And you see a little Facebook here. So you can see your whole month. You could schedule out a Memorial Day post, Labor Day is coming up, Labor Day post right now for Labor Day through this and have a design in Command. So I'm going to go ahead and click delete there. And we can also design emails, right, Sam?
Yeah, we can. Emails are my favorite because there are so many. So go to create designs and we'll click on the email option and then hit continue. Command already has in here, like there are so many. There are 72 different templates that you can choose from, whether they're newsletters, they have open house just listed, different kind of holiday things, and they're super easy to use. Pull into an email campaign, hit your database, like easy way to touch. So let's just click on Work With Me Seller, just because it is one that already has information built into it. So Keller Williams already gave you the emails to send to your client. If you'll scroll down, you can see it's got the heading and then this little box that has information about like why working with you is something they want to do. They talk about the latest technology, that we love real estate. I mean, they've already built out this like newsletter email with you. You can put it in a smart plan for if you're trying to get somebody to work with you that's a seller, you're trying to nurture them. Super easy. The same with InDesigns. You can just click on these little text boxes and go to the pencil button, and or double click it, and it's gonna edit. And you have the same features that you had when you were in the other design places. You have your text box here. You can manipulate the way that the text looks, how it's formatted, the size, the font, all of it. And you can also add those fancy, what are those called, Kyle?
I call them placeholders.
Placeholders. These are really good. You can input like, hey, client name, first name, and all of the emails will be sent out with that client's first name in there in that placeholder. So you can personalize the email without having to create 200 and so many emails, which I think is super great.
The big thing, make sure you hit the done button.
Yeah, got to hit the done button so it saves. You can change the photo by clicking on it, double clicking, or clicking the pencil.
You can change the size.
You can change the size, the way it looks. You can also have it so that if somebody clicks on that photo, it links to somewhere. So you could have it so that if they clicked on the picture, it would go to your website or a landing page or some other thing that you wanted. So this is really great for just listed emails. If you send those out to your database, you can have the picture of the home, and if they click on it, it'll take them to your website, which is super cool. Yeah. What else about emails? You can hit the done button. If you wanted to add like another text box or another image, you can just click on that and drag it into the email like that. Yeah. So now you have another text box that you can work with. To give it a personal touch, or if you just needed to add more information to the emails. They're pretty manipulatable. And if you scroll, you see up at the top, it has all of these placeholders for your name, your brokerage, your information so they can communicate with you. It's going to pull in your Market Center logo, and all of this information is pulling from your marketing profile that's set up in your settings. So make sure that is up to date. And I also think it has all of that stuff at the bottom too. Yeah, it'll pull it. It connects your app. So these are all like gonna pull in and be compliant, which is super great.
So a couple of other cool things. You can see how it looks on a computer right now, also on a tablet and a phone. Mm-hmm. So across the top here, you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like on those different things. Also under options, you can preview. So you notice all those spots at the top automatically filled in all my information. This is what it looks like when it actually sends out. You can even see what it's going to look like when it goes to Aaron. Hey, Aaron. It changed that information to Aaron. So really cool there. You can send a test email. So you can send a test email to yourself to see what it looks like when it comes through your email. And then even download the template. So that's if you wanted to download this and maybe put it in a different function, or if you're super techie, you can modify this through an HTML editor I don't really know that stuff, but I know you can. I've heard you can do it.
Yeah.
That's beyond me. That's not this class. But
Yeah.
you can really download it with some of that stuff there. So we could add more images in. We can add a listing block.
Mhm.
So I can put a listing block, and wherever that green bar is where this is really going to drop in. So my listing block there, when I click on it and click the pencil,
Mhm.
it's going to ask me to enter the address and all the information and what it links to. So I can select a listing. So property address, let's do that, 8511 West 88th again. There's my listing. I just select it. I select what picture I want to put in there. I hit select, and it fills all that information in from the listing. I click done, and bam, that section's done. Super easy. So, if something's wrong in there, I can come back and edit it. I'd have to search for the listing again, or just hit cancel there. If I don't want the square footage, or it's wrong or something, and then I can even link that to a web page or a landing page. So when they click that, it takes them to a page. I could put a button in. So I could. I have to have square.
You do have to have square footage, or you can maybe just put a space. Sometimes if you don't want to have the what's required text there, you can hit the space bar and it will let it save. That's like the cheat around that. Yep.
So I can put a button, click the edit, and I can link to that web address, and I can say, click. So like if you have an event you're doing, you can have click here to register, and take them to a landing page with a Google form where they sign up for your event. Yep. So I can change the color there. I want it to match that red. So cool little thing there that I can match that red exactly. And I want it square. I click done, and that button changes size. I can make it wider if I wanted to make it just a little bit wider to fit all the words. Change it right there. Click here to register, make it a little bigger. So really cool to be able to just kind of edit these. Some of the smart plans have emails with them. So if you go to the smart plan library, it'll automatically download the library or download the email that goes with the smart plan to send stuff out. So sometimes you can go into the smart plans and just borrow some stuff that they've already created differently. So I know Clark sends our Market Center Tech Trainers an email that he does through command mail. So once a week, he creates a command mail and sends it to us. So that's what we have today.
Yeah.
I don't see any questions from our audience. Anything else, Sam, that you like? Man, that's one of the coolest things.
You know what's? We could do a video snapshot really quick, just because we have a couple extra minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really, it pulls the market snaps. It's like a neighborhood snapshot, but it's a video. It's really great for social media. I've used it when people ask like on Facebook for information about their neighborhood. I just like find their neighborhood and market snapshot and then send them a cute little video through Messenger. And they're like, oh, cool. That's so cute. So it's a good conversation starter to talk about what somebody's neighborhood might be, or like what's their neighborhood is going for nowadays. And you'll just click onto video and continue. And then you'll just search for the neighborhood here. You can search for Lakewood Village in North Little Rock, Arkansas, which is a neighborhood in my neck of the woods.
Is Lakewood one or two words?
It is one word. Yep, it's one word.
Like when people are watching. And then a lot of times you have to put, like you said, it's in what's?
It's in North Little Rock, Arkansas.
See if I can do it with Arkansas. Sometimes I have to put the city.
Yeah.
North
Little Rock. There we go. Lakewood. You can do Lakewood or Lakewood Heights. They're like right next to each other.
All right. So we select it. We click next.
It's going to pull up all the stats that are for that neighborhood. So the average home price, if they're on the rise or the price is declining, what the average square foot is, how the market's holding, and then it gives you some different things about the neighborhood, which is really cool. It'll also show your agent information and your brokerage information. And I think you can add things to the neighborhood info, like if you want to.
Yep. So I think
Sure,
you can have
yeah.
up to 3 maybe. So
Mhm.
fashion trending. Yep. It only lets me 3. So if I don't like hops and brews,
Mhm.
I hit the X and I can come down here to fashion trending.
Mhm.
And that allows me to put it in. Our market center brokerage information automatically pulls from there. We can adjust our cropping there, see if I can get the full logo in.
Ooh,
That's a new feature. I hadn't seen that before.
me either.
So I might do it a little closer to that just to get
Real
it
close.
in there.
Yeah.
And then I click next.
And it's going to generate a little video.
It might take up to 10 seconds, guys.
It might
I don't
take
have enough time for that.
We'll just have to see what happens. It may take up to more than 10 seconds sometimes, depending on your internet strength. There it is.
And now I have a video. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the sound, but
that's okay. It does make one on your own so you can hear what the sound is. That's the homework. If you want to know what the sound is, you'll have to make your own neighborhood video.
good point. So it just goes through and they all look the same, but it replaces like July 22nd with that date. It replaces that number with the number we had in there.
And then at the very end, it shows your agent information and your brokerage information, so they know who sent it to them.
And it's only a minute long, so it's a great post on like your business page too. So once a week, pick a neighborhood and post it to your business Facebook page.
Totally.
And you can even use what I showed you guys with the social media. I think you can use it with these as well, that you don't even have to download it. It's just connected to the Facebook thing. So
yeah,
download the app and then all my information there.
Yep. Super cool. Fun little like quick post.
So now when I click on my video, there's Lakewood. I can use it in campaigns. I can share it on social media. I can download it. I can rename it. So share on social media is going to take me into our social media post. And look, it already brought that video in. I can schedule this out for whenever I want on whatever pages I want. And that easy. Click that button.
Bam, baby.
So, yeah. Anything else that you think we should talk about in designs?
I feel like we covered it. I just would encourage everybody to explore designs. There's so much that this section of Command can do that we couldn't even cover it all in an hour. So yeah, you can create your own designs from blank. You can like filter out kind of what size you want the things to be.
One last it kind of goes along with this, but in the campaigns, if you have like your Facebook connected, they have some pre-done designs.
Yes.
So right down here, I've got quick posts. So I can just come in and click the button right here for this home, and it's got a pre-done kind of thing there. So I click the arrow there, and it's going to go in and pull up all the stuff there, and within 30 seconds, I could have this posted. I could publish immediately to my page, and it's going to be, in fact, let's just publish it it's on my page. We're going to let that publish, and now I can come in and check on this through Command, and I didn't waste that 30 minutes that I always waste in Command, and I'll be able to watch the people that like it, the comments, if anybody forwards it. So really easy. It's published to one channel on July 22nd, and I can see on my calendar that when it was published there. So those are really cool to be able to do those super quickly in the campaigns. Yeah. And now that I've reloaded it, you'll see different ones. So there's a little shuffle up here that changes out. There's probably 8 or 10 different posts here that you can do throughout the month.
Yep.
And they update them periodically so that they're not always the same ones. So really easy for a quick post without even having to do the designs. They made these in designs and then put them here. So
which is
we've
super
got a
helpful.
comment. We've got a comment.
Oh,
Thank
goodness.
you, Rick, thank you for watching. Rick's at Kansas City North up in St. Joe. So I know Rick.
Hey, Rick, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. That's it. That's what we've got today, guys.
Great.
My name's Kyle. That's Sam.
Sam.
Down, over, Sam. There we go. Kathy, thank you for watching.
Yay! She's from my market center.
Yes. Kathy, Rick, if you have questions, reach out to us. Anybody else, if you have questions, my last name's Niemann, Niemann. You can find me on the white pages. Sam's last name is Key.
Yep.
You can find me on the white pages with our email addresses. And if you have questions, reach out to us. We help. Yeah. Even if you're not in our market centers, we're here to help you guys. No matter what market you guys are in. Clark's here to help you. Just let us know what you guys need, and we'll get you set up right. So
yeah.
Sam, let's say bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great Thursday or whatever you're watching in the future. So
yes.
Bye.
Bye.